Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good. Hi Organic Silver Moon, I forgot what that stands for. Um, Hi Lane, thank you for making it. Hi Sharon, hi Karen, hi Ramona, hi Sonia. First of all, I have to make a little announcement and I'll probably post it on the community tab too. I finally caved in and my videos will have ads on them because life is hard. I was trying and I did keep my channel free of ads for what, 5 years? But things are getting very hard. Hi Karen, hi Skywalker. So, I'm going to make a colorful talavera style cane today, and then next time I'll have several more done, and next time we'll do something using these canes, okay? So, let me see what I have for now. I have that off-white. This time I made it using white, like 8 parts white and 1/8 of burnt sienna. Then this one is cadmium yellow. This one is pomegranate. And then I have a green mix that's actually, hi Sandra, hi Nichidi, that's actually made with like 3 parts green, you know, the shiny green in Premo, and 1 part pomegranate red. So it is quite similar with the jungle green. It does have a slightly more yellowish tint, more olive, but it can be, unless we are talking about Christmas stuff, it's pretty good for using as a darker green than that eyesore that we have in Premo. Hi Dagmara. Okay, so excuse me, what I was thinking is that I want to have, I'm usually planning some canes I plan perfectly, and pardon me if you see anything black in my mouth. I didn't lose a tooth, I lost a veneer. So it's being done, and next week, this coming week, I'm supposed to have it back. Hi Zofia. So yeah, no, I didn't lose a tooth. I don't have a hole in my mouth. It's just, you can see the underside of my bridge. So what I wanted to have is, I wanted to have some kind of paisley tier. You know, this is kind of like this, or it can be even more rounded up. And then I want to put some leaf style stuff, you know, maybe several of them, something like this, or I don't know, maybe even something like this. I'll have to figure out what I want to decide on. So I'm going to start with always for this kind of talavera, we always start with the triangle. And the original triangle has to be a straight angle isosceles. That means that this side and this side have to be equal in length, and this has to be a right angle, because we are going to flip this over like this to create the square. So what we have to always think when creating this kind of stuff is that everything that's going to touch, and depending on how you flip it, right? I'm not talking about just the talavera, I'm talking about generally, depending on how you flip it. And remember that I did that live with the brocade style, that you have practically 3 different designs that repeat depending on how you put the designs on it. And it was that one with the black cane. But what in the talavera style, what you have to think is that everything that's going to be on the sides, once again, is going to be mirrored when you put it together, but one of these will be the center of the talavera design, see, like this one, and then what will be here will be the corner, right? And this will get repeated on the other side, but this will be the middle. So you think what you want to put here, because this is what's going to be of great importance. Of course, if you turn it around like this and then you create a square like this, what's here is going to be the center and what's here is going to be on the corner. So you have to be very, very careful on how you do the design of that original triangle. Hi here, Asuna. Hi, Kanchana. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start with that paisley thing because I want to get it out of the way. So what I'm going to do is, and let me get all of this, might be too big, will be too big, so grab this, and I'm going to first make a bead. And I didn't have to do a lot in the garden because it's been raining and it was a little bit cooler yesterday and Friday. Today is supposed to go over 90 again, but we did have rain in the morning. So I said, you know what, forget this, I'm going to just rest because, you know, my scars go all wonky when it's rainy. So I don't want to do it too big also because, you know, I have issues when it's about pinching, and if it, the bigger it is, oops, see how I'm dropping stuff, the bigger it is, the harder it is for me to work with it. So I want this to be about 1 inch. 1 inch, even 3/4 of an inch are my comfortable height for reducing. And then what I want to do is, on this, with this occasion, you can see how to do a teardrop, the easiest way. Hi, Mona. So I'm going to start pressing, and again pressing, because now I formed my teardrop. And don't let it, because it's going to want to expand like this. And at this point, because I want to do that paisley thing, I'm going to narrow it even more. Hi, Donna. Hi, Red Jordan. Yeah, you guys have really big problems in Kentucky. I've been reading horror stories about people dying in those floods. It's horrible. Okay, so at this height, I think I am pretty good. This length, not height. And I am going to wrap it, but I don't want to go to the thickest setting. It's going to be a little bit too much. So I'm going to go with like a, let me see, a 3, how a 3 looks. Yeah, this should do it. Alrighty, so. Yeah, what I found horrible was that family that lost 4 kids. That was heartbreaking. Absolutely horrible. So I'm going to go on a diagonal here. want to make sure that this is well flattened in here. And bring it over. I'm gonna make a little, let me see, can you see the line? Just gently press it, and you get a line that tells you where you need to cut. So another diagonal. And now I'm pretty good. So this will be my paisley, and to make it more paisley-ish, there we go. I'm gonna do it like this. And then going on, let's do those leaves. So again, I'm going to start with a bead. I'm glad you did, Karen. It's horrible. We only had that big bad floods here in Oklahoma in 2007, when there was, oh God, I forgot the name of it. There was a hurricane that, of course, when it landed as a tropical storm, then it went over Oklahoma going east to west, and it went to New Mexico, and then in New Mexico, I mean, it was just a plain storm by the time it got to New Mexico. And then once it got to New Mexico, it did a 180, came back on above Oklahoma, strengthened again to the tropical storm status, the first tropical storm on land in recorded history, and sat on top of us for 3 days and peed on us. We had horrible floods that year, and I lost a lot of plants. We did have a lot of deaths too. But and at the time I was working for the state emergency management, so it was horrible. So I know how that is. Fortunately, I live on a little bit, my street is a little bit, Oklahoma City is very soft hills. Okay, it doesn't have huge, there are only a few areas of the city where you can find bigger hills, but my street is very mild hilled, and my house is kind of like on the top. So, but I had, because from the side my house is on the top, and my front yard and my backyard slope. So I had in the backyard, the water was like, it was deep at the end of the backyard, and it was about, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 feet from the house. So, hi Wendy. So again, I made a bowl. This is going to be a lot, too much, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna just get what I need. Alrighty. I might add some orange, but it's a might at this point, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to reduce this. Hi Adelaide. Oh yeah, that Millefiori bowl is pretty. Oh my God, poor Finnegan. He's been feeling very frustrated since I don't let them come and go in this craft room as much as they used to, because I'm tired of cleaning cat hair. But I guess yesterday before, thank you so much, Elaine. Yes, I did update the monetization in the chat too. Thank you so much, Elaine. It's very, very appreciated. So I had done some stuff in here on the website and on the Amazon influencer store, updating and stuff, and then I went to get some dinner and I forgot the lights on. So once I was done, I popped in very fast just to turn off the lights, but I didn't check, you know. So when I woke up at my regular 3:30 in the morning, the moment I started moving around the house, I hear some sorrowful wailing from the craft room. It was Finnegan. He was here. Poor baby, and he was so upset at me. So upset. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this. It looks a little bit more fancy, this one. You see it? Okay, so I'm gonna need 3. 1, 2, yes, I have enough. I hope I don't have to make more white. Okay, so the basic one, the one on the top here. Now if this goes on the side like this, I need about the same size as this on that side. So my whole 3-leaf thing has to be the same length as this. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and then this should be good. And then this goes also wrapped in black. Colorful talavera style tile, so that you can make several, because next Sunday we are going to make one or more somethings out of talavera tiles. I mean, they're not talavera tiles, they are talavera style canes. Yeah, I don't think I could do Vancouver because my paint thingy. Okay, so again, I'm going like this. I did and this time it has to come, oops, on the other side. Sorry. It has to come a little bit over the peak here, because this is going to be the flat. So again, making a line in the black to see where I need to cut. And there we go. And just to make sure that my sides are good, I'm going to press a little bit like this. Okay, so we are good. The next one is going to be again the same oblong leaf-like shape. And make sure that it doesn't, but this time I want it a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer than the base one. And I'm going to want it to come a little under here. So about this much under. So I'm going to place this here. And this one again has to come a little bit over. once again, this comes all the way here, pinch to get it together, and this one comes all the way here. And the third one will be the same, because this goes going to round it up here, and this goes here like this. And again, I don't know, my thing was always, you know, Pennsylvania has like more than half of the state is national park, national forest, and to me that is the closest look to my native Romania. And I actually have a Romanian friend, we kind of lost contact lately, who lives on Lake Ariel, and I just love that area. He showed me, I haven't been there, but he showed me on a live video chat how neat that is. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do the one in the middle. That goes from underneath. And this has plenty enough. And again, diagonal. And there we go. And this is not long enough. Boo! That was bad. I don't know what I measured. I think I measured the wrong side. Oops. I mean, I took the wrong piece of clay after I cut. Okay, so again, round this up a little, and it's going to come here. So I got these that will form the triangle. So, sorry, this goes like this. So I need a something here and a something here. And this actually can be a little bit longer because it's shorter than my entire paisley thing. So this can be longer. And let's lengthen up these ones too a little bit. Because they are too fat and not long enough. Okay, so we go with one of them and the second one. There we go. Now I have a better balance on this because it will be. Oh, thank you. Hi, Ilyanka. So I have 2 inches like this and about 1 3/4 inch like this. So that's good. I can actually bring this a little bit shorter here and that should be fine. Okay, now I'm going to start adding the white. this wide. And this wide. Again, I don't know, I might have to make more white. That's very possible. So, first of all, let me get this in a diagonal, and the diagonal goes up, so goes here. Again, shouldn't have made these this big. That's the whole deal. I made them a little bit bigger than I intended. Oops. Cut a little bit of the green. And here. And I do have already a diagonal here, and I'm going to insert it here. See how this one is not all the way under. So you always need to check both sides of the cane. So I need more here. Let's do one. This has to go in line, so I'm going to place it. Always use more wrapper than you need, because you can always trim it off. So a second line there. And now this one comes on top of it. And it got too short. Okay, this one comes. Has to come in a line, so there we go. Yeah, let me grab more white. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Okay, where's my white? This way you can actually see how I made the white, right? Yeah, I always buy the translucent, the black and the white in ½ pound or 1 pound bricks, because those go the first. Short and fat. I know, I'm short and fat right now too. I used to be short and slim to the point that, I'm not kidding you, when I was going in an elevator I had to jump to make it start, because I was too skinny. And I don't know how it is here, but in Europe elevators have a minimum weight thing to not allow children to go by themselves in an elevator. So I had to jump in place. But after my thyroid got killed, now I'm struggling. doing this is because I want to give you an idea of how much of everything. Alright, so I have a 3.5 by 3, so that would make it a little bit over 9 square inches. So I'm gonna go with 1 inch pretty much, 1.25, 1 1/8 of an inch. It's easier if you just use that square cutter, because that way you can do the best. Okay, so I'm going to mix this real quick. Have used too much. Yeah, I need a little bit more white. Okay, so that's about 1 square inch on the thickest setting, pretty much. This should be good. Yeah. What you're talking about, the makings motor? Thank you, Sandra. You should be able to, oh, hold on a second. Just a second here. I don't have the sign in on this one. Let me see where I have all the links. Theoretically, when you click on my Amazon Influencer Store link, it should bring you to your local Canadian one. But let me see. Yeah, I don't have the login on this one. I have two, PC and the laptop that I'm using the most, and I kind of keep certain logins on one and other certain logins on the other, so I don't get. Thank you, Adelaide. You did it twice. The makings should work, but you always can get a, whatchamacallit, an adapter to it. If it doesn't sell, if they don't make them straight for Canada. Let me check. But you can try the other ones. Let's see. I don't see anything about Canada on the regular Amazon. If you want, I can try and get. Thank you. I can try and get more information, but what Amazon told me is that if I activate the one link on my account, it should show the links for that specific country. So just the link to my Amazon influencer store should bring you to the Canadian one. Okay, I don't know, because I cannot try and get to my own store in Canada because I'm not in Canada and it goes by the IP. I have a separate one for the UK, but try to get on my regular link. Okay, so there you go. You got the answer, Mona. Adelaide is in Canada and she got one. It's fine. Yeah, I have no idea about Apple. Normally you should just have I have all my, when you have payment methods in your main Google account, it reflects in all of them, in YouTube and everything. So I hope it's the same color, because that's the bad thing about making two different. still looks slightly darker to me. You know what, I'm gonna add a little bit more white. You can look if that link doesn't work for you, Mona. Because I have several in the pasta machines section. I have several, so you can check them. I mean, go on one hand on the Amazon US and on the other one on the Amazon Canada and search. I have two machines. The workhorse is the Makins, and I also have an Atlas that I'm using practically only for translucents and for whites, because I don't want to have to clean the whole machine every time I want to work with a translucent. And I mean, I could get it. I mean, I had the Atlas first. The Atlas was a present, Christmas present, and then I got the Makins. One time I got the machine, and then I got the motor from PolyClay from my earnings. Someone said last time that they wanted to do the tiles in the bathroom of a dollhouse. I updated the dollhouse section on my Amazon influencer store, and I found some really neat furniture. Okay, so one. No, I know I made more, but as I intend to do more tiles for next Sunday, should be good. Alrighty, there we go. Now I said I was going to use some yellow too, and I will. Okay, so first of all, I want to continue the line here. So remember, this has to be in a line. If it helps you, just place your blade like this. It will make it easier to align stuff. And I can bring it all the way in here and go in. Alrighty. So, as I was saying, I can do some yellow as well. So let me grab a bowl. Yes, furniture, I mean, you can make a whole bunch of stuff with clay for dollhouses. Oh, one of the ones that I found, and it reminded me of, I had a friend back in Romania who had the whole dollhouse hobby, and she actually had, I forgot what was her house, was 1 on 12 by 12. And she had the most exquisite miniature whatchamacallit, cups and chinaware and stuff. It was absolutely adorable. And yes, we were 30 somethings and playing with dolls. So what? Actually, one thing that I'm very upset about, when I came to the US, I brought with me my Barbie, which somehow got lost in one of the many moves I did with my ex, because Air Force moves. And I was very miffed because it was a, thank you, Karen, thank you so much. It was a 1968 Mattel Barbie, from the time that the Barbie still had hair, eyelashes. So if I still had it, it would definitely be several good $1,000 worth. But well, things happen. Okay, so I'm going to get this round thing, and I'm going to cut it in half. And there we go. And one's gonna go here. So let me make me my strings. Remember that I love the... Hi, Janine. I love the strings when it comes to filling a cane. That's my favorite thing. Because you can just fill in there. Instead of trying to make squares and then cut the squares in triangles and all that stuff. Yeah. I prefer to do it this way. Okay, so let's put the string here. And then I'm going to use one here, and this should bring them to the same length pretty much. It's gonna be a huge triangle. Me, I said that. I wanted to not do something too big, right? I said that when I started. Goodness. Okay, so get this here all the way to here. This comes here. String. Make sure that I am string, and then here. Thank you, Adelaide. And you can do several with these and just switch the colors. You can even make it with just white and, I mean, off-white and blue. But this is an example of how to create this type of cane. So I'm pretty much filling all the things here. Oh, I guess I can set one more in here. And another one from here to here. And I need more here. Actually need a little bit right here at the top. And more. I'm out of strings. I'm out of string. Yeah, especially when you start adding stuff up, it's yeah, or you can, if you have a bigger design, you can always do the separating the design and then work like pixels. Okay, and now we can do this all the way to the end. And I effed up because this was not supposed to be like this. This was supposed to be here and here, not. Okay, but that is gonna still be a nice talavera. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. I'm going to remove the add-ons here. Nobody's perfect, especially when their back hurts. Alright? Alrighty. Now, let's go again and place something here. What am I going to place here? Another red. Let me put some dots. Of course I can try and skew it, but I'd rather not. Or maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, let me skew it. It's better. Okay, so I'm gonna have to skew it to make one of these sides the diagonal side. And going to go with the green side. Remember, nobody's perfect. Things happen. I mean, as I said, I can go with it like this, and it will still look like a talavera cane, but not the pattern I had in my mind. And I still think I'm gonna put something here. Yes, it's great. And Mona, remember that I have some playlists that are more like for beginner. And you can get a lot of ideas from there. And a lot of them, a lot of the tutorials I have, they actually show more stuff. I have more stuff for beginners than masters, because I know that out of the people who are watching my channel, who are viewing my channel, you'd have about, I don't know, maybe 60% beginners. Then out of the 40% left, you have like 20% intermediate, then no, 25% intermediate, maybe 10% masters, and maybe 5% experts. And the whole idea and what I have in my mind is, don't try to show a beginner, this is my experience, don't try to show a beginner something, I mean, tout it as being for beginners, and then they discover that, okay, not you, I wasn't supposed to do this. They discover that it is too hard to work with. The same as I tell all beginners, thank you, Ramona. It does look good, no matter what, it does look good, Dagmara. The same as I don't advise anybody to use Sculpey 3, even if they are just trying their hand at how to make canes. For the main reason that number one, if a beginner tries something that's supposed to be for a beginner, but they don't manage to do it because they are a beginner, and there are some things, because another thing that I noticed, not everybody gives all the steps in a tutorial or explains why certain things have to be done in a certain way. And you know, it's not a matter of criticism. Not everybody has had, everybody who makes tutorials on YouTube has had pedagogical background. That is, pedagogy is the science of teaching. And but the thing is that if something is touted as for beginners, and then you have a beginner who tries to make it and cannot make it, and they get frustrated, they will stop working with clay, because there are very few among us who, when they fail, get challenged and they're gonna try harder. Most of us, because this is a hobby, okay, this is not a career, this is not something like that, but if something that's supposed to be entertaining for you becomes frustrating, you don't do it anymore, you know. So that is one thing. The other thing is, like the thing with the Sculpey 3. If a beginner doesn't know, and of course Sculpey 3 is cheaper and all that, and it's easier to work because it's softer straight out of the package, and then they make something and that something breaks within 2 days of being made, they're gonna give up. So what I'm trying to do is to show stuff that would not be too frustrating for a beginner. So my leaves are not going to look that pretty, and my paisley doesn't look like a paisley anymore. But oh well, you know, maybe I should have gone with it the way it was. I'll see how I feel. I might actually make a video, ready-made tutorial, pre-recorded with a couple more canes. It will still be talavera style, no worries. I lost way more than I wanted to. Okay. I still need to reduce it a little bit more. Now, why you see me doing this is because when the clay gets cold, what's called cold, because the clay, polymer clay is a plastisol, so when it's manipulated it becomes soft and moves. So the middle of your cane will have the tendency to be cold, so it will be so-called left behind. Like, see, it has the tendency to stand back while the edges come forward because it's less worked. So this is why from time to time you do this to move. Thank you, Adelaide. That is awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and it was even hard to cut. Okay. This is way messier than I was envisioning it, but you know, stuff happens. And as I said, it's way more wastage than I was aiming for. That's gonna be fine. Thank you. But you'll see, it's going to be good talavera. And I'm going to even wrap it to make it like a little frame for it a little bit. Okay, let me trim the wastage. There we go. we're gonna make it even more awesome here in a minute. Alrighty, so see, my hand doesn't work in the same direction. Doesn't work good. Actually, I think we can make another cane with that wastage. Okay, almost good for the square pairs. Let me see. Well, did you watch my 101 complex canes? In the talavera style cane, first of all, and I explained last time, most of the talaveras are 4 radial. That means that the pattern repeats in 4 rays. And then you have the colors used that always have to be some earthy form of color. That's why I said the souffle's color palette would work perfectly, only that souffle is a little bit too soft for making canes. If you are okay with stopping every 10 minutes to put it in the fridge, it's fine. You're talking about the Never Need machine? You can, but you're gonna make a lot of bicep from toink, 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 toink. That's a lot of workout. Yeah, and it's not bad. I mean, you definitely can do that. Also, if you can find squares of pretty much anything, you can even get wood and resin it. Clay squeezer. I don't know what the clay squeezer is. It's a clay squeezer. Never Need, yeah. Never Need. The Never Need machine. Actually, you can get one for free from PolyClay Play. You only have to pay for the shipping. And actually, I think I'm gonna make that one Never Need for the next giveaway, because I have enough points. If you gather enough points with PolyClay Play, you can get one by redeeming those points. That's how I got mine. Of course, you have to pay for the shipping, and as I said, it's a ground shipping. They cannot ship it air. I don't know why, but they can. So it's something that's well over $100 normally, so it's a good value. Okay, and I said I'm going to do a little bit of frame, so let's do the frame here. I'm gonna go with the 3. And let me grab a red as well. And a black. I think I already have enough black. Okay, so no, I don't have enough length black. I need a straight one. So I'm gonna put a corner frame here. Yeah, the pounder thingy. Which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love mine. Okay, and then I'm gonna do, this one is going to be a little bit wider. I'm amazed my cats are not at the door yet, Finnegan especially. Okay, so half on one side, half on one side, pretty much. I didn't yet. I mean, not in a tutorial. But yeah, go watch that video of mine because it's going to teach you a lot of stuff. Okay, and let's place the black as well. Oops. Okay, I'm starting to drop stuff. Much. So I put it in continuing the red, so I have the same, and of course I got cat hair from the floor. And then I need a larger one. I'm not taking those. I'm not taking opiates anymore since September of 2020. So I'm taking kratom, and that one doesn't work that fast. So I will have to take one after this. I took one at like 4:30 a.m. I hear you on that, Wendy. I took one at 4:30 a.m. and they usually last around 8 hours. So okay, so now I need from the end of the black to here. kinda, sorta. And then a full one. Alrighty, so from here to here. Okay, and now we have a frame on it. And I can go ahead and do it until I can cut it in 4. Yeah, that, but I said I don't let the cats come in here anymore, even if they are very miffed about it. But that's exactly the reason why, the cat here, because it grows to be a total nuisance. My main problem when I have to drop something is getting back up, because I don't have the latissimus dorsi muscles, and those are the ones that help you push or pull, also do crunches and stuff like that. So for me, if I get on the floor, I have to turn around and get on all 4 and then get up. So that's my issue. And not only that, but I have various scars in various places, and I'm sure that I got adhesions by now. So sometimes when I do certain moves like turning to the side or something like that, it's like something inside under the skin goes like this. By the laundry machine. Yeah, my laundry room doesn't have AC or heat, doesn't have a vent, so I couldn't put anything by there. There we go. Now just a little bit more. Let me switch to the next ones because I think we are in good size. Yes. These make reducing so much easier. Another thing, if you're using these, make sure that from time to time you flip the cane over, because pretty much everybody has one hand stronger than the other. So you might start squeezing on one side more than on the other. So make sure from time to time you flip. Do I have 4 inches here? Yes, I do. Actually, more than 4 inches. Let me go to 5. There we go, yarn to 5. Make sure it's perfectly squarish. So I'm going to go with 1.5 inch, 1.25 inches because I have 5. I left a little bit more on the ends just because in case it needs more wastage cut trimmed off. And as usual, I put them 2 by 2 together. So didn't cut very good. Should have used this. Should not have used that blade. Same on this one. Okay, so we're gonna go 2 by 2. Going back and forth on both ends of the cane. To make sure that you align them well. Okay, this is going to be difficult. And there we go. And then put these together. And again, make sure that the back is well together as well. Well, there is a acrylic, this type of acrylic and lucite in general is quite expensive, and to be very honest, I checked on, but you have to buy insane amounts to get them cheap. Otherwise, as I said, you can make your own by using wood and resining it. As I said, it's going to still be a talavera style cane, but I put those things on the wrong sides. But as I said, hopefully I'll be able to do a couple. At least one video with another cane like this. Maybe even an easier one than this. Get my cane. I would go more with the more Christmassy stuff. But I do have some Christmas canes. It's very sticky. All right. Now remember, these are also supposed to imitate hand painting, because the talaveras are hand painted pretty much, the original ones, not the super commercial ones. Yeah, but and now remember, if you try it, try the proper way. Don't put the two things to create on the sides of the right angle. Put them on the diagonal and on one of the sides of the right angle, because that's where I boo-booed. I was so proud of myself for what I did. But anyway, it's going to still work, and you can see that putting several of these together, it will still look awesome. And I was saying, of course, these you can make some Natashas with, but what I would essentially do is kind of squeeze them, like consolidating, so I would still keep a pattern going down. Yeah, that works great. I was actually thinking of doing that for my kitchen counter, because I can make, like, you know, make it in several big surfaces to put there, and then put in between little wood strips. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of grouping them together from when they were cut. I'm just squeezing them from the sides. Okay, let me grab another one that is good enough. So squeezing from the sides, so I would get the colors going through this way. And I was thinking, because I get so much wasted, I mean, not wasted, but leftover clay of this or that, and I can always get it into making something with it. Now, this will not be a perfect cane. It's just to show you how stuff can be done. So, as I have 3 of them, I'm going to triangularize this. It's very soft and very sticky. And this is a more whimsical thing. It's not going to look perfectly perfect, but there we go. Trim the edges again. Trim the edges on the trimmings cane. Hilarious. Going to do it in 4. It's going to be just, this is just an approximation of what you can do, not something worked apart that. Much smaller, but still fun. As I said, not perfectly perfect. This would work on a Christmas ornament, but it's got all kinds of stuff. That's, remember how the eye translates what it sees into more recognizable shapes. So it looks like a whole bunch of poinsettias and stuff, or berries and stuff, without knowing exactly what it is. So, okay. So next time we are going to do something with these talaveras. All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you next Sunday, after which I don't know what we're gonna do. It's August, so probably something fall-ish, because everybody wants fall. Everybody can't wait for pumpkin spice. Not me. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for all the support, and I hope you enjoyed it and you're going to try. Bye.